Hey, what's going on, guys? G1X here, and today I thought we'd take a look at the Nickelodeon TMNT comic book turtles. So I know it looks like I bought 4 Raphaels and just put the different weapons in their hands, but I promise you these are all 4 different figures. Going from left to right, you have Michelangelo, Leonardo, Raphael, and Donatello. One of the things that you can definitely tell, other than their weapons, that is different is the faces. So as you can see, that Michelangelo has these 2 little gaps or teeth showing here, where Raphael is closed, or I'm sorry, Leonardo's is closed. He's got a little bit of teeth showing here on his left cheek on Raphael, and a little bit here on the right cheek of Donatello. So in case you ever get them mixed up, or I know whenever I was pulling them all out and kind of setting their weapons to the side, I was like, well, I better line these up so I know what goes with who. Just because whenever you look here on the back, you can see that there isn't any little place to put the bow staff. We'll just kind of set them to the side. We'll take a look at them individually as well. Nothing there to put the size. Nothing for Mikey, and same goes for Leonardo. There's nothing to, there's no sheath back there to put a sword. So a little unfortunate. I guess it's all right. I wasn't really into the TMNT series during the comic book days. Now, this is how they originally did them, with, going to black and white when they added the color, then they went red, and then it was actually, I believe, Playmates or whenever they did the cartoon, which is what I'm familiar with the most, is whenever they were like, all right, let's, break this guy up and make Donatello purple and Leonardo blue, and Raphael just kind of stayed with the traditional red. So that's why you kind of see, what they're doing here, and that's why they're called the comic book turtles. So also you can see the texture, not this texture, but the skin is a different color. We'll take a look at some comparisons a little bit later on as well. Also the texture on this guy, you can kind of see that they try to make it comic booky to where it looks like it's just the shading, because remember, the original was just kind of like a black and white before they added the colors to it. So they try to show that with the little lines going back and forth there, if you can see that. And that's just kind of all over his body. You can see it here at the feet, his pads, his face. It looks like he's just got the crap beat out of him, but no, that's just kind of the way they did it with the shading. And it's all over his shell as well. And you can see he's got his little bitty tail there. I'm glad they took those away, even though it's kind of cute. Now, with the articulation, I know a lot of people having problems with the articulation, or it's not up to their standards. And the same thing that I keep on hearing people say is, well, compared to the neck turtles, okay, stop right there. These aren't even in the same price category as the turtles by, NECA. They're not the same size, they're not the same price category, and obviously the NECA ones are better. So let's get past that. The fact that you can get these guys on sale right now, I think at Target they're $8. Really, they usually don't go past $9 wherever you decide you want to buy them. Toys R Us, Walmart, Target, online, whatever. So for that price, I'm able to get the 4 of them for less than $40. So about $35, or if I can get them on sale for even cheaper than that. This isn't a bad buy, and I do like them. If you're a Ninja Turtle fan, then I think you will like them, especially if you're a fan that, like the comic books or just wants more Ninja Turtles. So they're not bad in my opinion. The one thing that a lot of people, like I said, had problems with is the articulation, though. So what we're going to do is take a look at that. As far as this head, they all have the same articulation, so I don't feel like I need to show you on every individual figure. That's why we're doing them all in the same video. The head is on a ball joint, so this does rotate and get some different movements here. Oh yeah, they all have different bandanas too. You can kind of see that too. I like that. So the heads are all completely different. With the shoulders here, this can go back and forth. You can kind of see the joint right there. So it can go about up thus far. This can rotate here at the elbow. This can bend back and forth. And then there's no wrist articulation. Now with Leonardo, I can still put him in some pretty cool poses, and it, that still looks cool to me. That's how I'm going to pose him. But whenever you get into Donatello, and is the main one, because if you ever want to put the bow in both hands holding it across, there's only one way you can do it, and it looks like he's trying to play pool or billiards. Which is kind of silly looking, but we'll get into him in a second. With this leg, it goes in and out, like you can see there. This rotates here at the calf, it bends back and forth, and that's it. So you're limited on the articulation, but some of them it doesn't look too bad. I think the wrist would have helped out quite a bit. That's the one thing that I think that a lot of people were hoping for, is just if we would have got that wrist articulation. But you know what? It's not terrible. Let's take a look at them with some comparisons here. So here he is with a vintage Raphael. And all these guys are the same height as well, so you're not going to have any height difference. And here he is with a Donatello. This is the Battle Shell version of Donatello. So you can see he's a little bit shorter than him. And a comic book, or not comic book, this is the the original release. So this is the first edition, I guess you could say. And they're about the same height. You can see that. Again, really the only difference as far as articulation is the wrist. Everything else is, pretty much the same. Right now, let's take a look at, Mikey. Again, with his arms, you can do several different things there. I think you can put him in a decent pose with his nunchucks kind of going all over the place. And the quality control, it's not horrible. You'll see some places on some of the figures to where there'll be some brown getting in here, or there's like some maybe some red or something. But overall, they're pretty nice. So you can see Mikey, don't really have any problems with him. And oh yeah, and you can see the way and these little bandanas, they're really soft too. So I do like them that they're long. Donatello, this is the one that probably suffers the most from the articulation. I think this is a pose that's fine. Just him kind of holding it out to the side and saying, come on, you want some? Come get it. But if you wanted to put him in that kind of two-handed pose, the only way I figured out how to do it is to do his hands like this. Where you like he's, I don't know. That's about as close as you can get, but then he's holding it weird. So it's really up to you. What do you think? Looks good for him. Me, I'm completely satisfied with this. I'm not playing with my figures all the time, so this pose that'll work for me. And I thought he had like little brown specks on him or something like that. No? Okay. Yeah, well, you can see like here in his bandana, like the white got out a little bit, so it's very minor. It's nitpicky. And besides, once these start showing up, quite a few, in your retail, then you just, you're going to have like several to choose from. These were the only ones that were available because I got them when they first came out. So I just grabbed these. But there's Raphael. I do like them. I got them on sale as well. Buy one, get one half off. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. There are the comic book turtles from Nickelodeon. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.